I'd really love to welcome you all to our day one. Day one usually is it's the most day one usually is is usually crazy because some people they are not used to these things. So some people cannot log in, so I've got to be attending them on the other side on the inbox. So please bear with us. Today is day one. So as we are taking off today, so we're going to be having such classes from today. So today is day one, which is a Monday. We're going to be talking about building your business foundation. And then we're going to go to day two, where we're going to be creating content. Okay, day three. Yes, day three, we're going to be reaching our customers online. So I'm just going through the course to the timetable. Then on this day, we're going to be looking at working smart, not hard. Yeah, I love to work smart, not hard. Very much. I emphasize that one in my classes. So I don't want us to be working so hard. Let us work smart. Ne? So then day five, we're going to be turning followers into customers. Now, remember that we don't have class on Friday and Saturday. So we don't have class on those 2 days. So we don't have class on those 2 days. Friday and Saturday, we don't have class. So after this day, we come back on Sunday. Then we're going to continue from there. Then we're going to start our own businesses with Zero Emalangeni on day 6, which is Monday next week. And then your action plan and launch your business. I think we need to do some business plans there. I think I'm going to try to give you guys some business plans. Okay, before we can start, is anyone having issues right now? Is anyone having issues yet? So is there anyone else who is having issues with the class so that we can Sponiso is saying my sound is so low. Sponiso, can you please try to increase your volume on your side if that's the case? Please try to increase the volume on your side. Unless someone else is having the same issue, then it would be my side. So is there anyone else who's having a challenge with the sound so that I can change phones if it is so? If it is not on my side, then I would kindly love to ask you to please increase your volume. All right. Stable Stewart is saying I increased as well. Right. So please try to increase your volume. So I am as close to the Mr. Mabuza, what is wrong with your phones? Okay, I can see that you're saying all my volumes are at maximum capacity. Please try to use headphones if you have. Please try to use headphones. I'm trying to I'm trying to shout as much as I can. Okay, so we can start now. Are we ready to kickstart this day? I don't want to waste any more time here. I would love us to get into business. So, am I okay to continue? Am I okay to continue? Okay, then one thing, if you don't see my screen, if it happens that my screen runs away from your phone, please, it means it is network problem. So if you no longer see my screen, kindly leave the call, just drop the call, then you click the link and you rejoin again. Ne? So if you do not hear me well, again, it should be network. So please just drop the call and then you rejoin again. It is usually just network when any of those things are happening. So I'm trying to make sure that when we start, we are all starting and we are all flying. Ne? So now let's get to business. Let's get to business. Okay, Labanye, they just joined us right now. So I will try to use English as much as I can because we've got people from outside the country. So if I use our mother tongue, then we're going to have some problems. So I'll try to really focus much on English. So guys, let's go. Let's get to business. Today is day one, and if it is day one, we're going to get right straight toward building our business foundation. Now, eh, we all have got different interpretations about what business is. I do understand that some people they feel like business it is when you open a shop somewhere, and then you put some products inside, and then you tell yourself that you are doing business. Some people, they feel like business, it is when they are sitting in the marketplace, talking to people about their products. Some people think that business is when you are talking about what you are saying, or posting on your WhatsApp status, or posting on your Facebook. That is what people think business is. Now, let me tell you that business is not dead. That is not business. We call business after you exchange what? You exchange the product or your service with what? With money. As long as there is no monetary exchange happening, then it means you are not doing business. It's like you are in your bedroom and you are filling your bedroom with things that you want people to buy, but they're in your bedroom. Your bedroom, it is your private place. It means it is only you have got access to that place. So we call business when you start to exchange money for your goods or your services. When somebody tells you that, please send me your account number, like a lot of people have been asking me, please, how do we pay? How do we join? Now, so if people are sending things like that, they are saying, please tell me what is what are your account details. That is still not business. We are going to talk about business when the person what now sends money to me. As long as money has not reached me, my hands, then it means I'm not doing any business. Ne? So let's look at building your business brand. So I'm going to first look at what? Let's look at what is a brand. Firstly, what is a brand? So before we build anything, let's need to understand what a brand is. So what is it? Most people think a brand is a logo. Some people think a brand is a name. Some people think that a brand are colors. Now, in as much as there are a lot of complexities and a lot of things that are involved in building a brand. For instance, you are a brand. I am a brand. So I am a brand on my own, and you are a brand on your own. Why? Before people buy your product, they buy you first. Before people can buy your product, they firstly buy you. What do I mean? If, for instance, you guys, you saw this poster online on Facebook, probably the first time you saw this face, and you're not even sure that the face on the poster is my face because you don't know anything about me. So you needed verification. How do we trust that you are not a scam? Some of you have been praying. Please, I pray that when this day comes, this guy does not run away with my money. I know some of you have been crossing fingers. May he not run away with my money. Why? Because you don't know me yet. So a brand, it is who I am before the product that I bring. That's why for most of you, what do? I send my Facebook profile. Why? I want you to take a look at the person that you are buying from, the person that you are about to get into business with, right? So we've got to trust each other. Let people look at my face and say, I can take this man seriously. Let me say you are going to go to my profile, and then when you look at me, you look at a guy who's like, this guy does not even know what he's looking for. If you go to my Facebook profile, every post I make there, everything I post, everything I put there, it is what? Anything I put there, it is a strategy. It is marketing for me. I am marketing myself. You get? I am marketing myself. So you are a brand before the product that you are selling. Oh my God. Are you guys with me? Are you guys still with me? I don't know if some people are lost. Okay, so you can see me. All right. Tabile, those some people they are okay. Thank you so much, Mabuza. Mabuza is saying connected me to a speaker, so now I'm all good. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So there are some people who raise their hands. It is a way for them to react. You see, some people don't use these things. They use the hand. So when you click the hand, it appears as if the person is raising hand. So it is just a way that some people use to to show up. Ne? So let's continue. Let's continue. So I am a brand. You are a brand. Now, you guys, some of you, the reason why your business is going to fail is simply because you do not market yourself very well. Before we buy your product, we buy you. Remember, right? So let's look at what you are posting on your timeline. On your timeline. Let us look at what you are posting around you. Let us look at the way you see things, your perspective about things. Let us study that. And if we are going to see any funny business there, then we are going to have a problem with buying a product from you because you have failed to market yourself, right? Now, let's look at these big brands that we all know. Now, let's look at Nando's. When we talk about Nando's, the first thing that comes to the mind of anybody who has bought Nando's, it is what? It is spicy, it is South African pride, it's the way that they grill their meat, right? That is the language, it is their brand, it is what their brand represents. So anything that Nando's is going to be communicating, it is about that. They can be selling other things on their menu, but their main focus, it is how they do their meat and their spice that they use on their meat. You get? Let's look at Apple. Apple phones. You know that Apple might not really be better than Samsung, might not be better than Huawei, but it is the way they've marketed themselves that they are what? They are a premium product. They are stylish. They are innovative. That's why every year they've got to give you what? A new iPhone kind of model. Why? Because they want to show you that they are still innovating new things. They are creating new products. So Apple tells you that if you have our phone, it means you've got to upgrade. The way that Apple keeps their customer base, it is by giving you a product now and again. Why? They want to make you keep on buying. Right now, you don't want the phone that you're using. It is highly even possible that the phone that you want is actually worse than the one you are using right now. But because marketing has made sure that in your mindset, you feel that you are being left behind if you are not using the latest model of the phone, right? That is business. That is business. If you look at Coca-Cola, the way they market their brand, they are not going to tell you that inside Coca-Cola we've got 10% of water, we've got 20% of carbon dioxide, we've got 3 milligrams of what. No, they're not talking about that. If they are not talking about that, then it would be a mistake for you and I to talk about what is in our product than the benefits of the product. It is one thing to talk about that you can call using the phone, you can message using the phone, you can use WhatsApp on the phone. That is one thing. Those are just features. If you want to sell a product at a premium price, there is a normal price for everything, but then there is a premium price. A premium price, it is a price that you are allowed to overcharge. Why? We have over communicated the value of the product. If you get to the market and the customer is saying, how much is this thing? And then they say, this is 300. And then the customer says, why is it so expensive? If you go to the customer and you start saying, okay, then how about 250? You have already failed. We don't talk about price when we are talking about our products. We talk about the value of the product. Some of you joined the course. Why? I spoke about the benefits. What are you going to lose if you don't join this class? What will happen to you if you join the class? The price is the last thing I talk about every time. That if you are going to notice, if you look at all the text I speak to you, I talk about the price at the end. You get all this for only 200 Malawian for the whole 7 days for only 200 Malawian. That is what I say, right? And I am seeing that so that the value of the course is communicated so much before we can talk about the price of the course. That is marketing. You do not engage in price wars with the customer that, okay, my friend, how about, okay, 285? Okay, we are not in the shop here. In as much as the strategy it is working in the Indian shop. Why? Let me tell you this. I'm going to be exposing a lot of secrets in this course. So be ready to learn the secrets of marketing. Now, if you look at an Indian guy, when you get to the shop, what do they say? They call you my friend, right? That is the first thing. Hey, my friend, how can I help you? My friend, what are you looking for? That is not just a way because they don't know your name. No, it is a marketing strategy. Why? The person is trying to establish a relationship between you and the customer. You get? So that is the first thing that the person is trying to determine a relationship between you and the customer. Why? It means that whatever price I am going to be talking about from now, it is a price for my friends. That's why they are willing to start at 300, and then you and then they say 280, and then you complain again, and then they say 250. Why? They are trying to show you that I am willing to give you a discount in as much as, here is the trick now, listen here. The starting price is not the real price. The real price, it is the price that they are going to give you the product with. They've got to start at a higher price. Why? So that you can complain. They know you very well. You are going to complain. That they are very sure about. There is no way you get into an Indian shop and you buy the thing for 350. It is 350. You are going to complain until it is somewhere around 300. So they are going to give you a price which they are open for what? For negotiation. It is a strategy too that we use in business. If you look at during what? During right now there was what? Black Friday, right? If there was Black Friday, the prices that were used for Black Friday, those are the real prices that should be used for the products in business. But they've got to make sure that you guys overspend during what? Black Friday. So what are they going to do? They are willing to overcharge during the whole time or during the whole year. Why? So that Black Friday they can charge the real price of the product and tell you it is what? It is a discounted price, or what? It is a sale. Let me ask you this. If really it is about making what? A sale or discounts, if the discount does not make profit for the company, why would they be willing to give you a whole day to buy your dream item at a discount price? Why are they willing to wait you to save? Most of you even save up money for what? For Black Friday. Why? You know that you're going to be getting products who are cheap. Even during Christmas, on holidays, Christmas season is coming. They're going to tell you what? Christmas sale. It is not a sale. They are just simply telling you this is the normal price of the product, but we've been over. They are willing to overcharge it the whole year. Why? They know definitely the mindset of a consumer is what? They love discounts. Consumers love discounts. They love it when you talk about a sale. That's why people are willing to bank their money, put their money somewhere so that by December they know by December they are sure they are going to buy those things, and that is the time that the companies are selling things at the rightful price. Are we together? Oh, are you guys still here, or have I lost you? If you've got a question, please, there is the comment box there, this place. Just write your questions there. If you find any. Okay, Pindactyl Musa is saying that your voice is cracking on my side. I don't know why. Okay, when the voice is cracking, it is usually just network. It is just usually network problems. So it is network problems, Tel Musa. That is the time. Yes, 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 yes. So you can write your messages there. I can see them. So you can write your questions there, just in case you miss something. But are we on the same page for now? Are we on the same page? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Forgive me. I was just out a second. Some people, okay, some people are not able to log in. Some people are not able to log in. So I was trying to sort them out. I was trying to sort them out. All right. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Ish. So now, what is it? What is a brand? A brand, it is how you make people feel. It is what you stand for. It is what makes you different. It is why people should choose you. If you look at the way I market my product, if you look at the way I market the course, let's just talk about the course, not all the other things I'm doing. Let's just talk about the course. So, if you look at the way I market the course, I will tell you so much how the course has helped me, how the course has helped other people, what will happen if you guys don't get to join the course. Why did I even start selling the course? Why did I start hosting the course? Why? That is what I stand for. What is making me different? My course is what? It is 100% practical. It is recorded. All those things you get. So that those are the things we communicate when we talk about what? When we talk about our causes. Now, why a brand matters for Swazi businesses. So now in Swaziland, Swaziland is a very, very small country. So you have got to make sure that you get your story straight. For instance, if ever I do some funny businesses with you, it is highly possible that you guys are going to expose me somewhere on social media, right? So I've got to make sure that I play my role very well. I've got to live up to what I am doing, right? So here in Swaziland, we have amazing products, right? And mostly it is our culture. That's why we've got what traditional crafts, and then we've got a great prospect of fashion designers in the country, and we've got a great deal of skilled service product producers and innovative food businesses. Those are just kinds of businesses that we are doing in Swaziland. But now there is a difference between you can have a very good product, like I mean a very, very good product, but you just be poor when it comes to what sales. If you cannot sell, please, business is not for you. Entrepreneurship is not for you, because the backbone of business is in selling. I am very shy naturally when we talk about other things, but when we talk about business, I come alive like nobody's business. Why? It is me. I speak business. I speak the language of business people. So that is who I am. That is what my brand stands for. Any time of the day you talk to me, I speak a business language. Now, let us just look at these two things in these two scenarios over here. Then we are going to talk about this. Now, let's look at this. Imagine there are two people who are doing what? Who are selling the same t-shirts. It's the same product, and they are where? In the same place, in the Manzini market, right? Now, person A has no business name, clothes in black plastic bags, and no consistent pricing, right? And then person B has a brand name, Swazi Trends, and then they've got professional packaging, and then they've got an Instagram page or a Facebook page, ne? And then they have got consistent quality. Now, who would you prefer to buy from, and who can charge more money? Obvious, it is person B, because once you have got a brand, you are now able to do what? To charge a premium price for your product. You get me? Once you have a brand, you can charge any price. Why? People, they love brands. A brand makes the customer feel like they are part of something big. Most of you buy fake Nike clothes and fake Adidas clothes from the market, 70 rand, right? Why? You just feel like Adidas I should be wearing this thing. Nike, I should be wearing this thing. Either it is fake or not. Most of you don't even care. You don't even know. But as long as I'm wearing a Nike t-shirt, it is okay. Please don't tell me if my product is fake or not. As long as I'm wearing Nike, leave me alone now. That is how most people see it. That is how most people feel. So once you have got a brand, it is easy for you to even overcharge. But don't overcharge us with your black plastic bag under the tree, right? You don't really need to have a big shop for you to make it in business. As long as you can make enough noise on social media, make noise about your business everywhere. Talk about your business to anybody, to anyone, either you're in the kumbi, wherever you are. Let me ask you, most of you are into business already, but how many people did you tell about your business today? When you are going to work, you're in a kumbi, you're sitting next to someone and another person. Did you tell them about your business? Did you tell them about what you do? No. Just today, you met people, you were in a line somewhere, maybe at the bank, or you were collecting school reports. Did you tell them that you are selling clothes? No, you did not. Who is going to market your business if you cannot be able to market yourself very well? You don't even need to pay to have a name. Look for a name. Mabuza Enterprises. Yeah, if you are a Mabuza now, as long as even if it is a puzzle shop, put a name on it. That is a brand. There is no brand that started big. Every brand starts small and it grows. It is a tree. It is a seed. You water it, you nurture it every day. One step at a time, you are growing your brand. You are taking it somewhere. As long as the vision is clear, as long as you know where you are taking the brand, it is okay, my friend. Don't be do not be hyped by people. Do not be hyped by people, and don't be in competition with someone who started 5 years ago. Know where your brand is. Some of you have not started yet. Don't compete with people who have been in the business for 5 years. Let them inspire you. In business, it is allowed to copy, but copy strategically. It is allowed to copy, but copy strategically. You get me? I will explain further very soon. Now, the person who's running the shop can charge higher prices, can build customer loyalty, can stand out from competition, and it is easy for you to grow faster, and it is easy for you to be remembered. If people can remember, if people can remember that I bought my things from so and so market, then you are good. Then you are okay. Ne? There are a lot of things that we can talk about. I don't know if I'm going to finish this note. I'm still in page 2. Oh my god, I'm still in page 2. Okay, then let me try to catch up. So I'll try to stick to the notes so that you are faster. The 5 pillars of brand identity. So every strong brand has got what? 5 pillars. It has got 5 pillars. There is what? The brand purpose, your why. Why did you start the business? Why are you doing this? Why does your business exist? I know most of you start business for what? To make money. Obvious. That is the main objective of doing business, profit. But at the first years or the first months, the first weeks of your business, it is advisable that you don't talk about making money. It is not about making money. It is about survival day. It is about establishing yourself. That is what? That is the foundation. You are still building the foundation of what? Of your business. So you don't start today and then you are saying, I want profit. No, my friend, relax, calm down now. Profit is going to come. But for now, calm down. Yeah, you get. So let's say you say, I help Swazi women feel confident and beautiful. When we're talking about salons, when we're talking about those people who sell hair, those people who are selling makeup, who are doing manicure and pedicure, right? What do? You make people feel confident and beautiful. Don't talk about we do make up at this price. Relax, calm down. When you understand the mindset of a customer, it is easy for you to make people to buy the product even if they don't want. Some of you didn't want to be in this course, but because I put something into your mind that you need this course, Some of you don't even need the course. You are not supposed to be here. But because of my marketing skills, you are here today. That is a simple illustration and a simple example of what I'm talking about. Talk about the value, why you are doing this business. I'm here. You and I know very well that we are not here to help people feel confident and beautiful. You're here to make, you want their money, right? But you've got to, don't talk out, like I said, don't talk about money. Forget about money. Do you know that rich people don't talk about money? They don't talk about price. Rich people don't talk about price. It is mostly poor people who want to know how much is it. Most of the time, if a customer starts with a price, know that this person is not going to pay. This person is not going to buy. This one is about to waste my time. Some people, they inbox me. The first words that the person is going to say to me, I know this one is going to waste my time. Because let's talk about the benefits. What am I going to benefit if I join your course? That is what I want to hear. That is what you should be talking about, the value. So if you want to make more money in business, forget about the price. Let price be the last thing we talk about. Talk about the value of your product. I make women feel confident and beautiful. Women love to feel confident. I don't know why. Most of you, in your small bag, that handbag you take to town, there is a mirror inside there. There is a mirror there. There is that small makeup kit inside. Why? You women always want to look beautiful. They spend hours in the morning in the mirror looking at themselves, and they will still expect us to tell them you look beautiful, even if they've already reassured themselves that they are beautiful. So if you want to take money from a woman, tell them that you want to make them feel confident and beautiful. That's why I'm selling you these shoes. You know, these shoes, if you buy these heels right now, if you buy this Nike, if you buy this one, you are in. You are in, my friend. You are in. Ne? These are just practical examples. I'm trying to make sure that this is as practical as it gets. Now, someone might say, I make healthy eating affordable for families. We both know the aim of your business, it is not so that people may become healthy, my friend. It is so that people buy that product. Right now, some of you you want to sell what? You want to sell slimming products. Some of you want to sell what? A slim tea. Eating. There is now medicine and tablets for increasing women's buttocks, of increasing women's hips. You know, people want things out there. You know that sometimes you don't need, like, if you want to make it in business, you don't really need to firstly find that the customer has got a problem, or you wait for the customer to realize that they've got a problem. If you want to make it in business, you have got to master the art of telling someone that they've got a problem, even if they don't. Why? Let's look at this. I'm going to give you this very simple. Don't wait for the customer to have the problem so that they can buy from you. Tell them that they've got a problem and you have a solution for them. That is how they did the COVID-19 vaccine. Immediately there was COVID-19, they came with a solution that, yeah, we have got what? We have got an injection for it. You simply tell people that they are dying. As if you tell people enough that they are fat. If you tell someone that, you know what, you are too fat, how about if I sell you this slim tea? But do not be insultive to the customer. Tell them about, it is a problem to find oversized clothes in the shops. You see how you're approaching it. Don't insult your customer. Rather, let the person insult himself. At least let the person judge themselves, not you. Don't judge a customer. You simply tell a customer that, you know it is a problem that a woman can be so thin like this. You don't need to be a pencil woman. You don't need to be you don't need to be like this. How about if we sell you something that is going to gain your weight? Some people are dark like me, in fact, black like me, they want to be white by force. Talk about white women and then you give them the tablets for being white. Some people are white, they now want to be black like us. In fact, the market is confused. But as a, as a business person, never be confused. We simply ride upon the confusion and be giving out what solutions along the way. If you want to make business, be a solution bringer. If you want to make and charge premium prices, deal with rich people's problems, solve rich people's problems. You are getting me? If you want to make it big in business, target rich people. If you can solve rich people's problems, then trust me, you are going to be getting good money right there. So that was the first one. That was the first pillar. The second pillar is what? Brand values. What you stand for. So what does your business stand for? Quality over quantity. Like I said, we always talk about what? Value. That is what? The quality. Okay. I think there's a question here. Okay, Tabitha is saying, what are the rich people's problems? All right, I think let me not spoil this one. Let me give you that one when we talk about copywriting. There's a class for this one. I'm going to show you how to solve rich people's problems. That class is coming. Relax, relax, relax. So the customer face always. Now, there is this rule in business which says what? The customer is always right. That is a rule that we use in business. The customer is always right. But let me tell you something. The customer is always right, but not always correct. Are you getting me? The customer is always right, but not always correct. There is a very, very big difference in that statement. For instance, right now, you guys are my customers, right? But if someone tomorrow or one of you is going to say, this guy is playing us, this is not what I paid for, this guy is wasting our money, that person is right. But in his own mindset, they are right because that is what they feel. That is how they see. It is their own perception, right? So allow people to have their own perceptions about things, but it does not mean that they are correct. So your customer can tell you that you are a fool. How can you do this to me? For instance, if you fail to meet a deadline, hey, you are a fool. Hey, you are crazy. Why did you do this to me? But it does not mean that the person is correct about you, because you and I know you are a business person. You just made a simple mistake. It was just a simple mistake that you made. It does not mean that you are a fool. It does not mean that you are stupid. You get? So the customer is always right, but not always correct. So customer face always yes, but you get. Uh-huh. Now, honesty and transparency. That one is very important. Don't lie to your customer. Don't tell them that you've got readily available goods if you know that you don't. Don't tell them that I'm going to be sending this thing in the next hour to you. I will be done, especially if you are doing online things, because most of the time with online things, you have got to meet a deadline. For instance, if a customer says, I want you to do me a logo for my business, and you ask, when do you need it? They tell you within 24 hours. Don't tell the customer, I will deliver, if you know you're still working on someone else's work. Honesty is very important in business because your customer is your biggest marketer. Than all the marketing you can do, your previous customer is your best marketer and your biggest and premium marketing strategy. That's why I will always make people to do what? I will make people to write this form. Hmm? There is this form which we call a feedback form. We call it a feedback form. Every class I am hosting, they have got this form, which is what? Which is a feedback form. This form, I want you to be honest there. Tell me, how was the course? Did I waste? If I wasted your time, tell me that, my friend, you wasted my time. I will kindly give you your refund. Why? I know what I'm teaching. This that I'm teaching, I know by the end of 7 days, you are going to know that that 200 you paid was nothing compared to what I'm giving in this course. I know. So I know I'm giving premium information. So feedback, your customer is your greatest marketer. Some of you are here today because someone else put you in this class. Someone else convinced you to join the class. Someone who had already taken the course. That is what we call a referral, the best marketing strategy. Make sure you treat your customers very well. In fact, I can tell you guys, on the last day here, I will be telling, oh guys, I will miss you. Hey guys, I will miss you guys. And I will not, because then immediately we finish the class, I've got already a waiting list for the next class. So I'll be too busy with the next class. But because you are my client, you are my customer, I've got to make sure I treat you well. Even if you inbox me 2 months after the course and say, there was this and this and that, I will still attend to you with all humility, with all. Why? You are my client. You are my client. You get? As Mr. Mabuza is saying, someone told me, Gutsi, join this class. You see, this was someone else. This is a practical example. This was someone else telling him that join the class, you won't regret. So a referral will do more marketing for you. Treat, even if that customer is the one playing you, even if you know that they are not correct, it's okay. Treat them well. Ne? Innovation and creativity and supporting local. Ne? So let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. After all, I'm going to send these notes to the group after class so that you guys can take your time, go through them, because I doubt I'm going to finish this. I'm only in page 3 and we still have got 21 pages to go. Okay. And the third one is what? Brand personality. How you sound. Aha. So now, yeah, I know. There are a lot. I cannot finish it. How you sound. Now, if your brand was a person, what would they be like? Think about it. The tone. You know, the way I speak in the class, because I know the age differences of people in my course. I know I've got people less than 20 here. I've got people more than 50. So if I am going to stick strictly to business, in 1 hour, most of you are going to be sleeping. In 1 hour, most of you are going to be. I know someone right now is watching TV. I know people. People are people. Someone right now is watching TV. Right now, they are in this class and they are sitting in front of a TV. Trust me, I know. I know. Someone else is in bed right now, already asleep. I know. If I say let's leave the class now, you will see people will remain here. They will be asleep. So you have got to understand your customers. So I try to make my language what? I will try to make my language friendly. It is professional at the same time, but it is friendly, it is fun, it is inspiring. Why? I've got to make sure I accommodate everybody in as much as I cannot really, let's say, balance per se, because some people are too, they always want to stick to professional. Don't play joke. We're not here for jokes. Yes, now there are people who are like that. In their class, you can never hear a joke. You can never hear no funny business. It's always notes after notes after notes. So if I wanted to be notes after notes, I would just send the notes to you and say, read now. You have the notes, so read. and I switch off the class. But I'm trying to explain why. I'm trying to shed more light, and I'm trying to put more life into what? Into the class. So make sure that your brain is not confused. Let your tone be well. Let your language, let your energy. Someone else was talking about my energy on the previous class and said, this guy is energetic from day 1 to day 7. Yes, this same energy, I will still have it after 7 days. Why? I've got to make sure that my brain is so the same from today till the last day we separate. You get me? Now, let's look at examples. There is what? The formal brand, which says what? We provide premium automotive services with excellence. There is a friendly brand. Yebo, we fix your car and treat it like family. Now, there is a fun brand. Your ride called, it wants a glow up, let's make it happen. Now, if you look at these 3 different statements, it is the same business, but different brand languages. You get me? It's the same kind of business, but the presentation is different. Like I say, there are people who just want to keep things formal. Even right now, they are wearing formal clothes. I'm telling you, if I say let us all turn on our videos, someone is wearing a necktie here and sitting on a table. Why? This is class, so they are in class. They are dressed for class. We are different. So you can see the different ways that they are presented over there. Now, let's look at the target audience. The target audience is very much important. Whom are you targeting? Whom are you targeting? There is no way that your product is targeting everybody. Everyone is going to join this course. No, it can never be. I know there are people who have inboxed me and I told them about the course. I explained, I took my time and explained in the middle of the night, but they still didn't take the course. Why? It was not for them. So do not be dispowered when you are trying to sell to someone and they say thank you. And they say thank you. Now, you see these ladies who are working at the Indian shops around town, around Manzini. These ladies who usually say, come in and just see Indali. You see those people. Do you notice that they are forced to say those words from morning till sunset? Yet, how many people just pass them and don't? It's like you never even said anything. Don't you think that is disempowering? Now, imagine if those people take that same energy and be promoting their own business. How much would they make if they push the same energy but just focus it on their own type of business? There is no way you can be happy that every morning you'll be shouting from morning in Dali till the evening. You are forced because you are at work. And if people don't buy, your boss is going to give you a problem. You are forced because if you are inside the shop, the boss is going to deduct your salary. So they are shouting not because they like it, but because they are working, they want the salary. But I'm simply saying, why not use the same strategy and just refocus yourself for your own business? Same energy. How many customers? People who want this type of shoes. People who want this type of clothes. Why not use that same energy? Be calling them if you need to get to their houses, however you can get to them. But that's the same energy you need. So as people who are different, I decided to do what? I decided to resign from my job because I decided to rechannel my energy into building my own things. I've got no pressure from anyone, from any boss. I am the boss. I work here. This is my office. My house is my office. This is where I work. Everything I do, all my businesses, they are online. I'm stress free. I decided to rechannel my energy, my expertise into building my own brand. And if I did it, and if I tell you that I'm not even up to 30 years old now, so imagine If you are 18, if you are 20, and you decide today that you are going to do something that is going to bring money into your table. I'm not talking about asking for capital. I'm going to show you the blueprint, how to start businesses without any money involved anyway, without any expense. I will show you. Trust me, I will show you. So there is no excuse for somebody to say, I don't have money. As long as you have got your phone, so long as you have got your data, then my friend, you are going to make money by force. If you don't make it, I will come to your house and send rates there, because we need to make money. We need to do this. So if you are less than 25, if you are less than 30, you are in the right place. We are going to work. It doesn't matter even if we are over 40. It doesn't matter when you start. This is the time that we refocus our energy and build something for ourselves. And the good thing about this type of business, you don't need any license from anywhere. You don't need anyone's permission to start on it. You don't need someone to approve that this one is good for you, this one is not good for you. On the last day, we are going to decide that this is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I'm going to channel myself for. So my friends, if we are in this, if you are part of this class, if you are part of this course, I know you only paid for joining the class, but trust me, I will make sure that we end this 2025 with something that is going to be positive and impactful for your financial gain. Oh God, I usually tell people that, some people are owe me tithes after this course. I'm telling you, I don't mean to break. I know most people are going to owe me tithes for this. We have not started. This that we are doing is just a warm-up, it's just introduction. We have not started about anything here. There is nothing that we are doing today. Trust me. So if you feel like, no, we are doing something, relax. We have not started. We are just introducing what we are going to be doing, and how we're going to be doing it. Ne? So a target audience, know whom we are serving. Ne? And then the fifth one is what? Your unique value preposition. What makes you different? What makes you different? Ne? So I've given you examples of how this thing works and all. So I don't want to get on the examples much now, because I want to cover other things. So I don't want to cover the examples. You're going to read them. You're going to read them on your time, please. Now, okay, this exercise, this is today's homework is this one. This is today's homework. Let me just do it like this. Let me just do it like this so that we don't have problems. Because I know I am dealing with people. So I'm going to send the assignment to the group so that people don't ask me again which one is the assignment. Because inside there are activities inside. So that you do not get confused. So that you don't get confused. Now, part 3, creating your brand voice and personality. Your brand voice, it is how you communicate. It will be consistent across all platforms. So if you look at my Instagram, if you look at my Facebook, if you look at my WhatsApp, my YouTube, it is the same thing. I communicate business. I talk about business. I talk about value. I talk about making money and making it out in life, even if you don't have a certificate. So that is what I'm about. So make sure that your brand voice is very much visible. So on your social media post, your customer messages, your packaging. Packaging is very, very important. Packaging is very, very important, and advertisements. So it is almost like this, the brand voice formula. So let's look at the brand voice formula. Professional or casual. So you can be professional and say, kindly make your reservation. So most of you, when you're asking me about, so how do I join? I tell you that we are starting 8 December, Monday, and then make sure you secure your spot before then. It is another way of saying make sure you pay. But I don't want to sound like I am after your money. Now, understand this. You don't have to sound desperate to your customer, even if you are desperate, because maybe it is a Wednesday, and on Wednesday it is the day that you want to take orders for your people, and you are seeing that people have not paid. But if people don't pay, I don't have money. The business is a win-win situation. The person takes the product or the service and you take money from it. If the person doesn't take your product or service, there is no money coming in, right? So you don't get to the person and say, hey, you said you're going to buy this thing month end. It is month end now. No, you don't come like that. You don't come like that. Some of you, I called you and say, do you remember that you said you want to join the class? It's as if I am doing you a favor, or I'm so worried about you. You see the thing. So like I said, I will be giving you examples that are practical and understandable. I am calling you not because I am worried that, oh, you're not going to make it in life if you miss this course. Trust me, there is a high chance that you are going to make it in life even without this course. But you have to follow up. But in your following up, don't look desperate and don't look like you are beg. Don't ever beg. Don't ever beg a customer, please, please buy, please buy. No, 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 no. We don't do that. We don't do that. Don't be sending crying emojis to customers that, guys, where are your orders and stuff. No, we don't work like that. Even if inside you are saying that, but let your mouth, always do it like you are doing the person a favor by selling to them. Like, always feel like they owe you this after this favor. In fact, they owe you their lives. So that is how you make it in business. Ne? So in the casual way, you can say what? Hey, book your spot now. It is casual. Then we can talk about what? Serious, and then we can be fun. So I can decide, depending on whom I'm speaking with. Usually, when I get a phone call from any of you, I will listen to how you are going to speak, and then I will change and adapt to the way that you are communicating with me. To some people, I'm as not serious as I can be, but to some people, I'm as serious as I can be. Why? As a business person, you need to adapt. Whom are you speaking with now? How do you relate with them? Know the customer that you are talking to at that time. You cannot be using the same language with everybody. No, it doesn't work like that. We don't do business like that. Ne? So just know whom you are speaking with. You can be formal, you can be friendly, you can be technical, you can be simple. You get? So be like water, be able to adjust. Most of you are losing customers. You decide to play when the customer is serious. You decide to be serious when the customer is what? Is playing. There are people who cannot, for instance, if I'm in class and the class is serious, trust me, I was not good in class. I slept too. I was not good with school, because if you become too serious, I will sleep. So we've got to make some jokes. Let's be joking now. Why so serious? Let's be joking. No one is dying here. We're here to learn. If we're here to learn, then let the learning environment be conducive now. So decide to be what the customer is deciding. Ne? Be flexible. Be flexible. So please now, don't bore people. Don't be sending long messages. Some black people are lazy to read. Trust me. Black people, I know. Black people are lazy to read. So when you are writing to them, make sure it is as simple. As I'm going to give you these notes, I know 80% of you will not read them. I know very well. They are after I send them to the group, that is the last time they will be seeing those notes. They will never want the notes again. I know people. I know people. I've been running this course for months now, so I know. I know how you guys work. So I will send the notes, but you won't read them. I know very well. And most of you are still going to ask me something that is in the notes. And then that is when so don't expose yourself. Don't ask me something that is already in the group or already in the notes that I've already said. So if you do that, I won't take you seriously because you are not taking our business seriously. Now, let's look at this thing. Let's look at this thing. These are just examples. These are examples. Oh, yeah. I said let's keep examples. Let's keep examples. Now, mixing languages strategically. Now, here's something powerful for Eswatini businesses. In Swaziland, remember that we use what? Both English and what? And Siswati. Now, this can help to do what? To connect deeper with local customers, to stand out from international brands, and then you can build trust. Like I said, that in the class we've got a mixture of people here. It is not only Swazis, and for the past months we've been having people from Nigeria, from people from other countries. So we've been having them over the past months. So I've got to try to mix, but mostly I've got to stick to what? To stick to pidgin Nigerian kind of English, so that Nigerians can also understand. So if you listen to my accent, it is not just English that is normal. Why? I interact with all the groups, so I've got to be what? I've got to try to be as them. I'm a very flexible guy. Trust me, I've been doing business for years now. And I've failed in a lot of businesses. So yeah, I've failed in a lot of businesses. So be able to mix, ne? So you can say sawubona sanibonani, siyabonga, ngiyabonga. You see those kind of things. I don't love this what you do. So mix in middle of technical explanations. Use this what if your audience is what? Is international. Don't overdo it. Don't keep it natural. Imagine white people in your shop and you are there speaking Siswati, talking to them in Siswati. My friend, I will send thunder and lightning to your house. I will send thunder and lightning to your house. So please make sure you don't overdo these things and you don't use the wrong language for the wrong group. Ne? So logo and visual design basics. All right. Okay. Why visuals matter? Do you know that some of you joined the cause not because you loved it after you saw the advert for the first time? Many a times the advert is going to appear and you skip it. And as you scroll on Facebook, it appears again and you skip it. And it appears again. And maybe on the fourth or the fifth time, that is when you're going to say, what is this advert about? There is this thing that we call the mind trick. The mind is designed in a way that if it keeps on seeing something many times, it instantly builds trust. It becomes familiar with the thing. Now, let me practicalize what I'm saying. You see, when you guys, most of you know soccer, unlike me. So me, I don't know anything about soccer. But let me make this example. Around the playing field, you are going to see logos of companies like saying sponsored by what? Sponsored by Nike, Red Bull, and stuff, right? Have you noticed that? And have you noticed that most athletes they use Adidas or Nike on their clothing, right? That is a marketing tool. The moment your eyes keep seeing Red Bull around the soccer field, the reason why they're using it during the soccer field, they are marketing. How? There is a lot of audience watching the soccer game. And as the people keep seeing the Red Bull logo in their minds, it is registered as a trusted product. So you are not buying Red Bull tomorrow because you need it. You are not buying Nike tomorrow because it is special. You are simply buying it because your mind has convinced you that this can be trusted. This brand can be trusted. That is the power of visuals. If your business is not visible anywhere, some people won't buy from you simply because they don't see your product anywhere. The moment they keep on seeing you posting and posting, they will be forced to buy from you. Why? They are used to seeing posts from this person. They are used to seeing what? The logo of this company. And their minds have convinced them, relax. That visual thing, it works. Trust me, it works. Do you know that Red Bull might not be giving you energy, might not be working for most of you, but you are so convinced that if you drink Red Bull, you are going to be energetic. And it is the power of the visual that is making your body energetic. Why? Your mind has programmed itself that if I take Red Bull, that Ronaldo drinks when he's playing soccer, that Messi is drinking when he's playing this game, instantly your mind is going to energize the whole body, not because the product is working, but because the visual is working. Oh my God, I'm explaining business here. Oh God. I told you I'm going to be giving out some secrets here. This is part of marketing. Visuals. Visuals matter and they play a huge role. Most of the brands that okay, do you know that okay, emakhaya there in the rural areas, most of them they don't use Red Bull, they use what? Score. You will see them drinking Score in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. They are so convinced that if I drink Score, I'm going to be energized. Angathi ke le style ukuthi where did they basithethepile sokuthi uthenge Score uthenge nelibhanisi. It is just a thing of lemakhaya, but they are doing it. It is true now. You've seen them. You've seen it. You see. Oh God. Guys, don't make me a liar. Don't make me a liar. We have seen these things. It is practical. Maybe you are also a suspect. Maybe you are also a suspect on that. Ne? So that is, I was just trying to summarize why visuals work. The billboards that you see around the road, next to the road, those billboards, they are there to make sure that every time you see the product, every time you see that sign, your mind registers the product as a trusted entity. And it is your mind is going to force you to buy the product, even if you don't need it. You're getting me? Now, let's look at this. Why are your visual print? What are your visual print elements? So we can talk about the logo, we'll talk about the colors, we can talk about what the fonts and images. Okay, let me look at this. Let me just look at this. There's something I'm looking for. All right. I want to make this example. I want to make this example for you so that it can be as practical as it can be. Now, let me just. You see this poster. The way this poster is designed and the colors that are used there, it is not a mistake. Colors in a poster, they speak a lot of things. Every color in a poster, it stands for something. Colors have got meanings. So if you look at the combination now, I'm now remembering. It is, makeup is good, right? Makeup is good, right? But They are people. Because people are people. You cannot be mixing all the colors in your face now. That is the problem. Makeup is so good, but the only problem is when you start putting all the colors in your face and we don't understand either it is now red, green, yellow. It's like you asked a primary school child to color your face. Some of you, there is a trend sense. Like I said, that you are a brand. So as a brand, you need to be able to dress yourself well, right? You cannot be telling us that you are a fashion designer, but your fashion sense does not make sense. Are you getting me? You are a fashion designer, but your dress sense is not making sense. You cannot be putting a orange shirt, a white blouse, a green socks, a black trousers, a white or maroon shoes. You are a coloring board walking. You can't. You can't. So don't make your poster confused. When you decide to create a brand, there is what we call the brand colors. Everything that has got to do with digital skills or with our cause, it has to do with these colors. These are the brand colors. Make sure you choose your colors well. Gold. Gold stands for prosperity. It stands for making it. It stands for money. It stands for premium things. We've got white. Ne? We've got white over there. White stands for what? New beginnings. Things are happening well. We've got blue. We've got blue. Blue stands for what? The sky. The sky is what? It's a sunny day. It's a beautiful day. Every color and the way the poster is designed. You look at the big, okay, up there, Teach Skills World presents what? The big words. It's a 1 week online course. Before the person can look at what the course is about, let's talk about the duration, 1 week, the place, online. In as much as I know some of you even asked, so what is the venue of the course? Immediately you ask me what is the venue, I say, my friend, this one now. The biggest words on the poster online, but you still could skip. Then I know, hey, I'm going to have a problem with this one in class. So, but like I said, we have got to be what? You have got to be patient with what? With all your customers. The big words, 1 week online course. The biggest one is what? It is a course. It means there's going to be payment involved. Now there are people who come into my inbox and say, you didn't say anything about money. I say, someone was even angry, sending voice notes to my inbox and long messages. Hey, you are scamming us. You didn't say anything about payments. You didn't say anything about money. And I sent the poster again to the person. And still the person said, there is nothing about money here. And I said, what is that above my head? Like for real. You mean you can't see that 200 just above my head over there? I know the guy is black now and he may be not attractive for you, but at least look at the nice corner above his head now. So you see, everything on your poster should communicate. Communicate. Don't make your poster confused. Have all the colors in the world and all the fonts. At least have 4, not more than 5 fonts. Font is this thing. It is okay, let's say font in simple language, it is the handwriting. It's a computer handwriting in simple language. So this is a different font, this is another font, this is another font. Those are fonts. It is the way we write online. So I just was trying to summarize this thing. I was trying to summarize it. Okay, all right, let's continue. So I was just I was just trying to summarize about what about the logos. We're going to okay, yeah. There is another term I'm getting from here. Uh, Telmus is saying it is the size of handwriting in simple terms. Yes, that's another way to explain what to explain fonts for those who don't know. So there are types of logos. There is what we call a word mark. Or okay, let's start here. Yo. So types of logos, a word mark. These are just what a text-based logos, just your business name styled nicely. Like what? Coca-Cola. This is the brand name. Google, Nabo FedEx, right? And then it is what we call a letter mark, which is just what an initial based, like almost like initials of the real business. And then of good what symbol, excuse me, or icon. For instance, what it's just an image or a symbol like Apple. Apple, it is the Apple, right? A Twitter bit and the Nike. So you get. Then there is a combination mark, which is what a text plus a symbol together, like Baker King, Nabola Coste, Nabo Adidas. You see Adidas, there's what those three things, and then the word Adidas. You get me? Nabola Coste. It is like that. Then color psychology in branding. So please make sure you read these ones. The the colors, the color psychology in branding. Why are they important? Why colors are important in branding and what do they say? For instance, oh God, please, please, please don't make this mistake of inviting us to your wedding with a wedding card that is black. Ha! Are we going to a funeral or are going to a wedding? So there are colors that you cannot use when you are inviting us to your wedding. It's like you are telling us that you are planning on murdering that person that you are going to get married with. We are not attending a funeral. At least if there's too much black in your poster, ah, ah. And then there is this mistake that most people make. Don't put Kanglies, and it is a poster, it's a business poster, and we see Kanglies there. Kanglies are for funerals, please. Some of you, I know you are starting on this online thing, and then you are telling us that you are a runner, you are a topic runner, and you look at your poster, they are Kanglies. You are telling us that you are going to run away with our money. Either way, you are still a runner because you are running. At least there is some running going on. So there are people who are runners, and then there are people who run away with the money. They are still running. So, so if so if they scam you, at least they told you initially that they are they are runners. So they are now running away with your money. So don't blame them. They told you that they are running. Eh? But please, runners are the it's one of the best things that we have now. For instance, if you don't have any money to start a business now, you can be a runner because a runner you don't have expenses. The money for your transport will be catered by what the runner fee. The money for buying the product, it is the customer's money. So it's basically if you are a runner, you don't have any expenses. The people are going to pay for your traveling fees and the buying of the items. So that is one of the simplest things to do, the simplest businesses to do. All you have to do, if, for instance, if you are used to going to South Africa and Swaziland in and out, you can use that as an advantage. If you have got a car right now, or your father has got a car that is not using, maybe a seven-seater or just a normal a car, you can start a business this December for what? For taking people to South Africa. Just tell them you are taking people to what? To Durban. There are people who have never been to Durban. They are willing to pay, but they don't know how to get there. So provide the service. You can use your skills. You can use your knowledge. You can use your experience to do what? To make money. You are getting me? So you really don't need a very, very big business idea for you to make it in the business world. You just have to go to have one idea and run with it. That's all. You are getting me? So you can do all those things. You can do all those things. This December, there is a lot of business that you can do. I'm going to be getting deeper into that when we talk about our starting a business with Zero Emalangin. So they were going to get deeper, 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 and I will be giving you contacts of where to get things. If you want this, where to get it. So I'll be giving you all contacts for my networking and stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, like I said, there is no way I'm going to finish the notes. This is page 12 and it's 21 pages. So please, there's a lot in there. You've got to understand the psychology of colors. You really have got to understand the psychology of colors so that you are able to create a poster that is going to speak what your brand wants. Ne? I know. Okay. I think I've spoken enough for today. I think I've spoken enough for today. Okay, please. I asked that people be sending me questions to the message board there, but people didn't type their questions there. So I don't know if this black man was too clear or this black man was understandable. So I don't know. I don't know. But still, if you've got any questions, feel free. You can drop them on the inbox. The reason why I closed the group is because I don't want ups and downs, a lot of messages there. This group, please, every update I post it on this group. So on the WhatsApp group, make sure you read everything that I send there. It is very important. It is very, very important. Please, by tomorrow evening, send this assignment to my inbox. Send this assignment to my inbox. Please, I want to see that assignment by tomorrow evening, because after tomorrow, you'll still be getting another one. So don't let it pile up. Don't let it pile up. The assignment, it is in